Okay. So I was deciding between a marksman game and this, but I
Yep.
ended up deciding this because I feel like this one of the worst games that I've had recently
Sure.
in terms of not only RNG, just on how I played it.
Yeah.
Should I put it on?
Yeah, 2x, 2x.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You should probably hold the Mundo pair. But like that's a small deal. The decision is kind of hard here.
Yeah, I was thinking if I should have hold it.
Yeah. Here you like
So Ras or Veigar.
yeah, Econ, sure. You should hold 2 Bastion there. Right? So like if we do this, the problem with doing this is our opener is basically always going to suck. Which is fine. It's fine if you're willing to play a weak opener. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, go back, go back.
Okay, okay. Here
Yeah.
or earlier?
So here is fine.
Okay.
Do you just like Caretaker's ally?
Nah, I'm not really used to playing caretakers.
Hmm?
I just felt like, yeah, I didn't scout either, so that's my bad. But I thought, okay, I should just give it a try.
Honestly, that's fine. All right, sometimes you can take it. I think I would prefer to take Iron assets here because A, you're down gold because you have a golden eco, and B, you're on 1 component. So if you make a second component, you'll be a lot stronger
Yeah,
than your opponents. Right?
yeah, probably this is like the decision that has the most impact on my game
Yeah.
because lately later I found myself short on items.
Cool. Yeah, I think Iron assets so far. So here's a thing you could do. Is this your strongest board on this turn?
I feel like it is not. Maybe Ilaoi over Graves was stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it doesn't cost you any money, just play your strongest board, right?
Yeah. Oh, but since caretakers decided to give me a Graves,
Yeah.
it's the right play to play around Graves, right?
Usually, yeah. I think I would try to play around Graves here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what component do you prioritize here?
I was thinking a sword because I got none, and if I don't get a sword, then maybe prioritize the QSS.
Cool. I think your priority is not the right one. So I think it should be QSS first and then sword
Okay.
after is I think better. Um, one of the
Okay.
items are
Okay.
just better on Graves' name, and you can look it up in stats. BT doesn't look that good. QSS looks like
Yeah, in fact, if I get a sword, I wasn't thinking on slamming BT. My plan
okay.
was slamming Sterex.
How do you make? Oh, later, sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I ended up taking QSS still.
Yep, QSS is good.
If
Is
I had won the last round, should I have used my Nico here?
no, you should just level. You should level 100% of the time
Okay, okay,
because it gives you Graves too.
yeah.
So there's no reason to use.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so even if I did lose that round, I should have still level, right?
Yeah, you should still level. Yeah. The reason why is
Okay.
because it doesn't cost you the threshold this turn, and
Yeah.
it gives you the Grace 2. Grace 2 is really strong.
Yeah, I think since I'm not really used to playing caretakers, I didn't have that in mind. If
Yeah.
I was more conscious about that, I think I should have leveled.
Yep. Fine here. Correct, I think. Why are you insta selling that?
I should have kept
Yeah, yeah,
that Hilawi, right?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
the idea is your instinct should not be to insta sell. Your instinct should be to hold, and only sell if you can get something out of it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's one of the mistakes that I usually made. I tend to insta sell.
I don't think you should be using your Nico on that. The reason why is because it gives you a lot more gold if you use it on a Graves. Like if you use it on your 8th Graves and you level to 8, hit your Graves 3, it's just worth a lot more gold. It's a
Yeah.
lot harder to find one Jarvan than your 7th Graves, for example. Wow. These are not amazing. So here's the problem. We now have 3 econ augments. Last cannon is so
Yeah.
bad.
What should have I should have rolled Golden Fleece then?
Yeah, you should have rolled it. This is not very good, I think. The reason why it's barely okay because you can level up kind of faster. Okay, well, that's really strong. We improve our board here. Okay. This is honestly fine now. We just leveled to 8 and we have everything. Okay, cool. I think I wouldn't roll it, but I wouldn't be that happy to take this because you're really short on items.
Yeah.
But it was better than any of the things you saw on the left. Pumping is good. So here, if you had Golden Nico, you could have Raise 3 on this turn.
Yeah. That probably should have ended up me saving more rounds.
Yeah, it was good to use the gold. Or sorry, it was good to roll on that turn where you did.
Yeah.
What item do you
Yeah,
prioritize?
my thought process was okay. I used my Nico. I'm on a win streak. I must roll now.
Yeah, if you were gonna roll the next turn, you probably didn't want to use the Nico because you were probably gonna hit Jarvan, or like you had a good chance of hitting Jarvan anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cloak is fine. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to make anything off of it. Okay, the level roll here is good. Fine, honestly. No Gragas yet, but we can play a different Bruiser, right?
Yeah. I I don't know playing different bruiser.
Yeah, so here, I think what you're doing is you're just not thinking nearly enough about what you want to put on your board. Like, I think it was like 4 or 5 different turns. You're just playing like 2 Jarvan or 2 Graves or whatever. You should definitely be, so pause. You look at this turn, you look at your board. You should constantly be thinking about like taking all the extra random units off your board and then thinking about what you can be putting on your board. So like I think we probably skipped an execution. I think we probably skipped a Rengar or a Varus somewhere. You need a Rengar or a Varus to improve your Graves, and you need a Bruiser to give your board HP. That's it. Are you playing exactly for Gragas Vex? Is that what you're doing here, or do you just have no idea what's supposed to go in the?
No, I thought I think I put it on the planner earlier. Okay. Yeah. I was hoping to get Gragas and Vex.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you need to be knowing what you can play instead of Gragas and Vex in this spot. Make
Yeah,
sense?
any bruisers and any
Yeah, any
executioners,
Bruiser,
right?
any Executioner.
Yeah. I think I play more Javans just because of the Golden Fleece augment.
It doesn't work on duplicates.
I'm not sure.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't.
No, it does not work.
Okay, that's a new piece of information then.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it worked since it doesn't say unique units.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not the case.
Okay.
What? Okay, wait, stop for a second. Stop for a second.
Okay.
So, wait, stop. Okay, okay. I know. What are the items that you want
A sword.
for Styrax?
Yeah, for Styrax.
Okay, so what about the next item?
Okay. A horse will be nice.
Okay, sure. We should make the Hodge then, right?
Yeah.
So if you can make
Yeah.
a Hodge, you should start by realizing you should make the Hodge. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you should start by making the Hodge,
Yeah.
and then after,
I think I just
and then after you should think, all right, is there a good item? So before you use the Reforger, you should plan out what your items should be and see what your worst component is. So can we go back to before you make any items, before you Reforge? Back a little bit. So here, what I see is, I see Hodge for sure, right? You're definitely making Hodge. Yeah. The bow that's kind of hard to use, and then like both the cloaks are kind of bad, and the last tier is kind of bad as well. So what I would see is, yeah, actually the LW is good. The LW is good if you're not making Striker. So here, you're for sure supposed to, your default plan should be, I'm gonna make a Hodge, I'm gonna make a Last Whisper that will go on the graves if I miss an item here, okay, right? Then I reforge either. So if you think adaptive is better, yeah, if you think adaptive is better, you if you think adaptive is better, you should reforge the cloak. If you think declaw is better, you reforge the tier. I think I would reforge the cloak here because I don't think the cloak is very good. So you should be coming to a set of items you're going to be making first, probably for sure, at least in your mind. Then reforge the last item that you're going to make. Or then reforge the component that doesn't fit in anywhere there. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense a lot, actually. I think I just went full ape mode. My brain was like, okay, I got Annie, ABB, surely that's good.
Yeah, it's Annie's not very strong in this comp. She's very strong at, not very strong here. The other thing is you should probably get an idea of what like look in the stats and know what the decent items are. So like not just BIS, because QS, Styrax, BT is good. But what can replace it? So like Hodge can replace the BT. Strikers can replace something in that build. Is fine. And like even Nasher is like so those are all things that you could consider.
Okay.
Alright, you can go ahead and play.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing, right?
That's the worst play so far, right?
I have 2 rules. I came up with the second one just now. Okay, pause for a second. 2 rules. Yeah. Rule number 1 is if you have an itemized unit on stage 4 and you have a pair of it, or like, if you have an itemized unit on stage 4 and it is not upgraded, you must roll. Okay? So if you have Xayah pair or a Xayah and like a decent amount of gold, you must roll to hit Xayah 2, right? Rule number 2, if you have a 3-star unit, you have to put items on the 3-star unit. I don't care what the item is. Even if it's blue buff, I'm still putting the blue buff on the graves because it is going to be stronger. It will just be stronger right now than putting anything else. So make sure you follow those 2 rules. Upgraded unit with items, roll on stage 4. 3-star unit on stage 4, put the items on the 3-star unit. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Oh, that one's actually broken and great. Why is... I think Gragas is better than the second Jarvan. TG!
Yeah,
Okay, TG's actually okay. TG might be one of the more reasonable things you've done, actually.
Okay, okay.
You should have. You gotta use the third hex. You have to use the third hex. I don't know why you're grouping up like this. You have to use the third hex here. It's like 500 free HP almost.
Yeah.
Gragas should also be on the board. Gragas gotta be on the board. It's better than the second Jarvan, I promise.
Okay, I believe you. Yeah, this was my first time playing the comp, so I wasn't really sure what's stronger, and yeah, I got. I think this is a ninth place, seventh place. So after this game, I ended up looking at the stats, and yeah, now I'm trying to use more tactic tools to check on items.
Yeah, here's the thing. Even if you don't know the item, it doesn't really matter as long as you're putting any items that you think are reasonable on your character. Like I could have LW, IE, QSS on the Graves, and it would be on average, I would place higher than how you're distributing your items right now.
Okay. Yeah. Surely Garen wasn't the place.
Did you have to
right?
take Cloak? What was left? Was it only Cloak?
Okay, let me check.
Yeah. Chain is better than Cloak.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chain is better than Cloak if you think Gargoyles is better than Declaw. If you think Declaw is better, you can take the Cloak and... Yeah, you can take the Cloak and make it. But the thing is, you need to make an item here. Like here, you should make Declaw Graves and then move the item off later.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. I'm thinking of it. I think not putting items of breaks is what costed me getting up bottom 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here Graves.
He just needs items, really, right? Like 1 item on Graves and 3 item on Graves is like he gets 120% stronger with items on Graves.
Yeah.
But Divinicore Spat's fine. It's actually pretty good on the Graves. The Garen is fine. No problem.
Okay. Okay, so here should I be rolling on 9 or okay? That's really unlucky. Another Cloak.
Yeah, it's not super good. No. It cannot be chain here. You have to take an item that's good on Graves. There's some that are decent. Nashor's is fine. I think the best one is Strikers. Strikers is pretty good. Yeah, Guardbreaker is pretty good.
Okay.
Here, you should be rolling on 9 and not going 10.
Not slamming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, don't get Sunlocked. If you have items, like, I know you don't want to be having 4 cloaks here, right? But you just gotta make it. Just make the items and put them on a unit. I don't care which one. It could be Garen, it could be any unit. Whoever you think is the strongest here. Also, we didn't hold the Philios pair for some reason. This can only replace Garen right now, I think. You should put the better units on the hexes if you can, because the hexes give you...
Okay.
They give combat buffs. One of the declaws should be on the Graves.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
That's replaced the Urgot. This Urgot doesn't do anything. 3 executioners are a pretty weak trait.
Okay. Yeah, I thought Urgot, since gives me executioner, was stronger.
Honestly, the Urgot doesn't look that bad, but I think this has a little... Why did you sell the Jarvan?
Because I thought, okay, I'm not getting Jarvan 3 stars.
Wait, why
I'm
not?
too low on HP. I should make econ.
Oh, you're too low on HP. Sure, okay. But like, if you're alive until 6-2, you have a good chance of hitting Jarvan. I think. Oh, we have a lot of gold. Like, I think you could have probably hit Jarvan. Not that low. We shouldn't be playing 6 Golden Ox here. That's your mistake. We also skipped affiliate
Okay.
too. Like, these Golden Ox units without any items don't do enough to justify playing. Like, you could whoa. No surrendering, no surrendering, no surrendering.
Yeah.
Like the 2-star legendary should go over 2 random Golden Oxes instead of being played over our Divinicore units. Our Divinicore units are pretty. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, that's it.
what I would say about that game is you always wanna think really hard for you. Think really hard about what you should be putting on your board and why. And then after you do something, if it doesn't feel like it was very good, you should probably pick something different to put on the board next time. That's rule number 2. Rule number 1 is items on the strongest unit on the board. You must put the strongest items on the strongest unit on your board. All right, cool. That will help you a lot. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, no problem.
Goodbye.
See ya.